You can make videos without being on camera. You can even automate the whole process. And the wild part, that's not me, that's my AI clone. Alright guys, Real Andy here. Pretty crazy, right? But here's what's even crazier. This automation can scrape ideas that are proven to work with thousands of likes. It automatically creates the full AI clone so you don't have to be on camera. And it publishes to all 9 social media platforms every single day. No scripting, no editing, and no filming. Just set this up once and it does the work for you. Even if you never set up an automation before, I made it so easy that you can just download the entire skill, import it into Claude Code. So all you gotta do is what Claude Code tells you. And yeah, no coding needed. But there are 2 massive mistakes that I want you to avoid if you're doing AI cloning. So make sure to pay close attention and I'll share those mistakes at the end. So let's get started by watching 3 successful AI clone creators. The first channel is called Parker Prompts. That is probably the fastest to get to almost 100,000 subscribers without being real. He's almost got 1 million views over the last 30 days and he just started 2 months ago. 600,000 views, 300,000 views. As you can see, this AI clone is cooking. The next one is called Young Munus that has 2.5 million followers on Instagram. And as you can see, it's more of a wisdom-based channel. Almost every single video hitting over 100,000 views. Oh damn, this is actually in Thailand. I've been here, but it's AI. Look, this got 1.9 million views.
Never start your morning without saying these 4 things to yourself. The last one will change the way you walk into your day. First, save this and send it to someone you care about.
Clearly AI by the jankiness going on in this background. But let me ask you, what's better than 1 Young Munus? Well, of course, a second. It's Young Muns. Clearly, people cannot get enough of the wise man, the monk made out of transistors and GPUs. And I think it's super, super cool. As long as it's valuable to the world. Of course, I don't know if there's any cult-like stuff going on here. So please don't come at me when you found out that Young Muns was on Epstein Island. But my favorite AI clone creator of today is Dr. Sintas with 100,000 followers specifically in the AI niche. As you can see, getting 60, 20, 30,000 views here on the AI niche, which is way easier to monetize and to help others with because, of course, AI is the skill that every single business needs to learn right now. And just take a look at this one right here.
You can now run Claude Code completely free forever. Before this, Claude Code required paid API credits. Now you can run it locally using open source models from Olama without any API costs. And you still get all the features like
absolutely amazing. Running Claude Code for free. Now, if you don't know Dr. Sintas, he is a very valuable person that don't have that much time throughout the day. So having an AI clone system that allows him to publish content on social media without being on camera, without filming, is one of the highest leverage systems that he can implement. And he's doing it insanely well. So now I'm going to show you how to source ideas that are viral that you can use as inspiration, how to easily set up the content creation automation, and finally, how to publish to 9 platforms every day automatically. And you don't have to set up any of this because Claude Code is going to do it all for you. So let's begin with step number 1, grab the base. Just go to the free AI Mate community and click on AI Clone Automation. Then scroll down and click on Download N8N V2. Click on Download and next we're going to click on Duplicate Airtable. All you need to do here is click in the top drop down arrow, click on the 3 buttons here and duplicate base. I recommend putting your name in the back, and if you don't have a workspace, you need to make one before you can click on duplicate base. Successfully duplicated. So this is now your AI Mate agent that has new ideas coming in here, new videos that you create in here. These are your avatars that you can create, add a bunch of music, and a table that makes it easy to set up. Now, don't configure anything. This is just the skeleton that's in place. Nothing is going to work unless we go to step number 2, self-host N8N. Just go to the classroom once again and click on self-hosted N8N. This is because we need to have a N8N running somewhere that never turns off. We're using Hostinger. It's about $95 per year, and we need the KVM2 plan because we'll do a bunch of video editing inside. Next, just choose a server location and, very importantly, search N8N and click on N8N here. Click confirm and continue. Now that you're on the inside, you'll see your server running N8N, and we just click on manage. So this is your computer that's running 24/7, never stops, never takes breaks. The craziest part is before we had to go into the terminal and do all of this scary stuff, but you don't have to do any of that anymore. Step number 3, Claude Code does the setup. But before that, subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and comment down below content mate if you want me to continue this series. Also, if you're a business owner that wants to automate AI content, we've got 5 slots open to work more hands-on with me. I'll set it up for you, customize it for your niche, and get it running so you get the best results from day one. Just click the link in the description to book a call. And now let's get back to step number 3, Claude Code does the setup. Go to claude.com/download and download it for Mac or Windows. This step changes everything. The original setup guide has you manually editing the Docker Compose file, running permission commands, updating N8N. It's a lot of terminal work, but instead we open Claude Code, give it the workflow file, and tell it to run the setup. Once again, go to the classroom and find the Content Mate Setup MD, download, and drag the file into your Claude Code. I have bypass permissions on that allows it to go without me having to click allow, that you can find in the settings. Clicking Claude Code and allowing bypass permissions mode, then enable for this session. I'll use Opus 4.6 and ask it, hey, can you set this up for me? And just like that, it is high risk, dangerous. Do not do this if you're not an expert coder. Yep, you need 10 years of experience, a college degree, and genius level IQ. Obviously kidding, anybody, and literally a 6-year-old kid can probably do this by now. Is asking for the server IP address and the SSH root password, so we're just gonna give it that. So just click on the root access right here, paste it into Claude, and the password, I believe you gave it to it earlier. The password, and yes, Asia Bangkok, and just like that, look at it go. And if you've never done anything like this, it's essentially going to do the things for you. It's not an LLM that you just chat to and it comes back to you. It actually goes out there and does the work for you. So it's editing the Docker Compose file, which is something we had to do on our own. It has to create a videos folder, and it has to update N8N. All things that we had to do by manually typing in the terminal that are completely done for us. The question is, what are you gonna do when it's doing the work for you? Both containers running, now verifying FFmpeg. If you don't know FFmpeg, this is how we get an agentic video editor. All done. Here is the summary, and to double check if it worked, just go to Hostinger and click on Manage App, and you should end up at an N8N interface. Then click on Create Workflow. Click the 3 dots in the top and click on Import from File. Click the Content Mate N8N that we downloaded in step number 1, and boom. To see if you've done it correctly, you should have these execute command nodes, and if you have a question mark, please ask Claude Code again. But if everything looks similar to what is on your screen right now, you've just set up self-hosted N8N with FFmpeg, and you got Content Mate imported, but I bet you want to get this thing to run, huh? Step number 4, add your API keys. Just go to Content Mate and click on Setup, because every service you're using needs an API key. And instead of configuring each one individually in N8N, this system is smarter than that. Everything goes into one table in Airtable. You fill it out once and every workflow pulls keys automatically. Let me show you how to fill them out. Just copy the Airtable document in the top here and paste it into Claude. And then to give Claude access to edit your content mate inside of Airtable, you need to give it a Airtable personal token. So just click on the info box here and click on the link, click create token, name it Mar, then add every single scope that you want. I'm just going to do all of them as quick as humanly possible. But then you need to click on access, add all resources, and add base, all current and future bases. But if you're scared of security, you could give only access to the one that you wanted to edit. But I just click on this one and create the token. Then take this and give this to Claude. Then ask it, can you help me set up the setup page? As you can see, it set up all of these for you, but we still need to go and log into these platforms here. So I'm gonna do that quickly right now and explain them a little bit. So just click on twitterapi.io. So this is how we're sourcing from Twitter. Just click on dashboard and here you just click on copy your API key after you've added maybe $5 as credits and put it directly in here. But to get the OpenAI API key, just click on here so you can get access to the API platform, which is separate from your normal ChatGPT account if you have that. Same here, you have to add some credits and then click on create new secret key, name it here, click on create secret and paste it right here. But we also need 11 labs, so just click on the info box, click on the link, and you'll land on this page. 11 labs is a AI voiceover tool, and I use it to clone my voice. But all you need to do is click on create key in the top right. Make sure that it's not a restricted key, just like that. Just click on create key and paste it into the 11 labs API key. But we also need replicate API. So click on here, click on the link so you can use replicate for avatar generation and video generation. Just enter a token name, click on create token, copy it here and paste it. Make sure to add some credits as billing, but also get Potato API key by clicking here because this is what we use to publish to all these platforms. So just log into your social accounts before clicking on these connect buttons, and after you have connected them all, it should look something like this. So we need one of each of these and paste those into the setup, kind of like this. If I were to just copy one of them, I'll go back to the document, and here you can see YouTube account ID, Instagram account ID, TikTok, Facebook, X, Pinterest. The numbers should be looking different, so something like this. But also get the Potato API key by just clicking on settings, clicking on API and copy API key. You do have to have a paid plan for this, then paste it in here. But to store files, we're using Google Drive. So you need to connect to Google Drive and you need to give it a folder ID. So just make a new folder, call it Content Mate. Click on create, open the folder and copy the ID all the way in the back. Paste it in here, but also click on the drop down, click share and make sure that anyone with the link can access it. Now there is only one thing left, so you can get notified when things get published. Click on the telegram.org, download Telegram for PC or Mac OS. On the inside, search for botfather. In a new chat, write new bot, enter. Then you need to name it, write content mate bot. Now for the username, write something like content mate 6767 bot. And just like that, you get the access token. Paste that here. But we also need a Telegram chat ID. And it's actually kind of clunky, but the best way that I found is just to copy this link here, put it into your documents and make sure you change the bot token right here with the token that we just created. Then click on enter. If you see a completely blank result like this, just send some more messages, refresh. Then inside of here, do not use the update ID, just use the one called ID. That is your chat ID. Copy and paste. As you can see, the setup node has been successfully completed. And now a cool part is if you're using this for one client, you can set up another one for Mark, create another one if you have a second client using another set of APIs. Just set it up once and you won't have to touch it again. But if I know you, I kind of feel like you want to touch it again. Let's do that later. For now, let's jump to step number 5. Clone yourself. Just go to ContentMate and click on Avatars. As you can see, I've loaded up with 4 avatars for you. And you can see an example in this video here of a 4-second avatar video.
You need to understand the fundamental principles behind this and why it's so crucial for success in the market.
I love that one. But the second part of your clone is also the voice ID. How I cloned my voice was through 11 Labs, where all you need to do is to click on the plus icon here and start a professional voice clone. This needs 30 minutes of clean audio. You can also use the instant voice clone with only 10 seconds of audio that some of our members have had great success with. I have quite a big accent, so professional voice clone was the only one that worked for me. You do have to be on a paid plan to do this, but if you want to do it all for free, what you can do is use the default voices. All of these are free to use, and if you want to use them, and all of them are free to use, for 10,000 characters per month. So just take a listen.
In the theater of life, we are all actors sharing the same scene.
It is not so important to know everything as to appreciate what we learn.
The years teach much which the days never know.
So say if you like that one, for example, just click on the 3 dots, click on Copy Voice ID, and go back to ContentMate. Then double click on Voice ID. And here in your default, paste the voice that you want to use every single time. So if you click on a new record right now, it will get auto-populated with your voice ID. But you may be wondering about the actual video itself. What I do is film 5 seconds of real footage of me talking, but you can also generate this through AI. I have a prompt for you that you can find in the Setup Guide 8.2. Just click on this link right here. We're going to use VO 3.1 for this generation. And the prompt is man speaking confidently into the camera. Then the aspect ratio is 9:16. The duration is 4 seconds. But the most important is the image that you give it. I recommend something like this where it actually looks like you're talking to the camera. You can see half of your body and your hands. So I'll paste that in here. And to save on credits, I'll click Generate Audio off. Now just click on Run. And here is the result. As you can see, it doesn't 100% look like me, but you have to remember that we are going to change the mouth later. We're going to add my voice to it, and they're only going to see this for about 3 seconds. So I think this is a pass. Now just click on the 3 dots in the bottom right, click on Download, and add this file by dragging and dropping it onto your test record right here. Now we're going to run an automation so we get the Google Drive link that is important for a next step. Now, if you're scared of clicking on this button and you haven't set any of this up before, just click on the check mark, right click, and click on Copy Record URL. Then go back to Claude Code and tell it, can you run the automation in this table on this record so I get the drive link? I'll paste the URL, I'll click on enter, and since you've set up everything in the setup table, Claude should now be able to access your Airtable, access your N8N, and do it all for you. And it's probably going to tell you some things that you may have to do in order to get it all the way there. But by the end, it will say success and have the drive link right here. So if you have the avatar link and the voice ID, you have just completed this step. Drop a like on the video, 300,000 subs by the end of the year. Step number 6, So here is the entire automation again, and of course it may look intimidating if this is your first time, but by just continuing to watch this video, you'll see how it all works and you'll be an expert. But because this video is not about N8N, it's all about Claude Code, we're not even going to run any automations inside of N8N, because the only thing that you need to know about this is the input and the output. So here is the sourcing automation that sources the 36 X accounts and gives us all their most viral videos. This automation here creates the actual video. These automations here format the music and the avatars into Google Drive links. And this bottom automation publishes to 9 different social media platforms. Then on the left side here, you can see we have a schedule trigger. So this one triggers 5 times every day. The same with creation as well. And the scraping is every morning. So you can have a look around there, but I'm not teaching you N8N here. I'm literally going to teach you Claude Code. So think of it like giving a skill or multiple skills to your agent. Now let's ask it, can you run the scraper automation for me inside of N8N? Click on enter. I'll also give a link to it. And also they do need an API key. If you haven't given it your N8N API key yet, what you need to do is go to the bottom left of N8N, click on N8N API, and here, and you can see that they automatically get updated to the document itself. It's grabbing the views of the video, it grabs the link, so if we want to watch it. So as you can see with GPT 5.4, for example, we can just click on this link, and as you can see, we're directly on the page of the video that kind of went viral for them with 738,000 views. Now we can choose if we want to run this through the AI video generation based on what we're seeing, this to give us a bunch of ideas and inspiration. This video here as well from Link.
So here we are. We've gone through the looking glass and out the other side.
That looks really cool. Great for our system. So there you just saw the scraping automation, but the one that I love the most is the AI clone generation that is happening right here. How that one works, and to set it up, you just need to add this trigger to a button in Airtable. This here also runs 5 times per day automatically for you, taking from the ideas of the last 3 days that got the most views. 8 a.m. in the morning, so you get 5 videos that you wake up to. But if you want to run your own ideas, I highly recommend setting up the create webhook. So just double click on it, and here click on this link so we copy the webhook. Then go back to ContentMate again, and inside of this button, click on double click, then highlight everything inside of this link and paste. To see if it works, we'll use the dash test, but once we're finished, we will remove the dash test to make the webhook public, so we can just run multiple all at once. Now click on save, then inside of your workflow, click on execute workflow. So I'm gonna run it inside of my own customized AI made right here, which is essentially the same copy paste. It just looks a little different. So this happened yesterday, cinematic video overviews. So I kind of want to run this one. So all I need to do is to click on this button here, now that it's set up. And as you can see, it's going to run in the backend. And if it's not working perfectly fine for you, and you maybe get an error at this step, all you need to do is to fix that error with just asking Claude Code. Then I recommend executing the last node by just, I'll show you now. So imagine you just had an error right there and it stopped. Well, just right click on this one, click on execute step, and it's going to keep going. And if you get another error, it's basically fix it with Claude Code and then fix it, and then run the last node again, and then fix it, and it should all be set up for you. And by the end, you'll see your video pop up in the Create tab under Review. And all you need to do is click here, and you'll see your video with your AI avatar. Google just launched cinematic video overviews inside Notebook LM. Your plain notes and PDFs can now morph into bite-sized movies. As you can see, just absolutely amazing. And as mentioned before, this runs 5 times per day at 8 a.m., grabbing the best scraped videos, so you can wake up to a create page that has 5 videos already made for you, and then all you gotta do is say, schedule it out, or it wasn't really that good, which as you can see, which is perfectly fine. But you may be wondering what happens when we click on schedule. So let's talk about the publish automation. Once again, this is on a publish schedule that I have set up running 3 times per day. And what it does is it looks for schedule right here. And if it is a video that is scheduled, then it just publishes it out to all these social media, X, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads, Instagram. And it ends out with us getting a text message from Claudia saying that the video has been posted. So this isn't something you need to trigger. It happens automatically. So this becomes your distribution out to the world. Without publishing, we wouldn't get any results. So you can see that it's going from end to end. It starts by scraping ideas, turning them into videos, and publishing, all in this one automation right here that you can now control through Claude Code. So your content mate is now set up and it should be making 5 videos per day for you. But to take it one step further and actually make it way more useful, let's go to step number 7, make it yours. So here's what I want to leave you with. You can run this system exactly as I showed you right now. I have added these creators that I like for the AI space, and it will work. But the real unlock is the system is only as good as the ideas it's pulling from. So right now it's scraping X, but you can swap those sources for anything relevant to your niche. If it's Reddit threads, you can get that. If it's news feeds or newsletters, competitors' channels, that's what turns a generic content machine into one that actually builds your audience. And beyond that, you can add other video styles to the same system. Faceless videos, POV style, story-based format. Each one is a different workflow that plugs into the same Airtable base, creating a different style of video. That's where you take this to a whole new level. So copy and pasting workflows and changing them around like this, adding new systems, new ways of making content is really where everything goes from just a system working for you into quality content your audience can't resist. So you get views on every single platform and monetize that attention. So if you want to get started right now, head to the AI Mate free community that now has over 200 members. Thank you guys so much from the last video that I made. You all have been loving it. Just head to the classroom, go inside Content Mate, inside Content Mate v2.0, download all the resources and get started making your AI system. Also, if you're an online business that wants more hands-on, creating the perfect AI content system for you, head on an AI automation call with me that we're only doing once for a limited amount of people. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.